Hi everyone. I was looking around on the interwebs and I was specifically looking for a way to color bushes because there seems to be a fair bit of bushes in this coloring book. And I came across a few tutorials and I kind of put together a bunch of them into one that I like. I've never tried it before, so I want to see how easy it is to do a bush without any sort of skill at it, I guess. I've never done it before. I want to see if I can do it with just watching a bunch of videos and putting something together. So I'm thinking I'll call this series How Easy Is It to Color? Because I want to see how easy it is to color this bush. So I have watched a bunch of videos and read some books and kind of I'm going to use Ohuhu alcohol markers to start. So I'm gonna pick a light green tone and let's see what we got here. Oh, I need a paper underneath my book so I don't bleed all over the place. Okay, so let's look at this one. That's a good shade to start with. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Absinthe. And I am going to go in and I'm going to color the whole bush. Forget the spot between our ears. Okay, so that's the first step down. Now the next step is to add darker areas to the lower half of the bush. So I think my next color will be grass green. So I'm gonna go where these little bits are and I'm gonna color in this area here where the bumps already are. If you didn't have bumps, I guess you could make bumps, and that would kind of be the purpose of this. I'm gonna overshoot the bumps because I think we're gonna turn those into a different color with an acrylic marker later. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Now, the next step is to take an even darker green and go over it again, but like a little less. Oh, and I'm using emerald green for this one. And go over a little bit less of the bumps to add like a darker shadow up above here. And you know, I'm gonna add darker shadow to the top as well. And then I'm gonna add the light green, or the mid-tone green there as well, because we're gonna get rid of these lines. Okay. Bring out my grass green again and go down here. Okay, so the next step is to take a mid-color green and add like viney shapes to the whole bush. So I'm going to take, let's take bronze green, and we're gonna start making our vines. So what I mean by vines is we're gonna make a straight line, and it's gonna go past the bush, and you're gonna do like little tick marks. So do a bunch of those. Do them all over. Don't want to forget here. Maybe one here. Just a little bit. And I am going past the top of the bush. Okay, now we want to take an even darker green. I am going to go with chromium oxide green, and we are going to do more of the vines, and we're going to overlap them. Or kind of go, I don't know if you should overlap them. I think maybe I'm going to go between them. And again, I'm gonna go past. I didn't really go past here. I'm gonna make it a purposeful past there. Kind of go in the spaces you didn't hit with your other green. Okay. And then our next step would be to use an acrylic marker to cover the black outlines. So I'm not sure if I have an acrylic color that's the right color. So you need an acrylic marker. Yeah, I have a lighter green. I'm gonna try that, and we'll see how that looks. So I'm gonna go over. This is Khmer acrylic markers. I got them off Amazon. They have a nice brush tip. And I'm gonna go over the black. Okay. Then we are going to take some pencil crayons or colored pencils, and I am using Prismacolor. This is grass green, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add dots. And because I didn't have the right color for the acrylic markers, I'm gonna color that in with my Prismacolor too. It just doesn't seem like it's the right color. It was too light. Oop, I missed a bush or a squiggle. Okay, so we got dots everywhere. I think I'm gonna add some more leaves or vines, I guess, to the image with the pencil crayon. Okay. Now I'm going to take a white gel pen. I use a jelly roll. And I'm going to put dots. Little dots all over my bush. Okay, so that was my perusal of the internet to see how to do bushes. I don't love it. I mean, it was easy, but I don't love it. It looks pretty messy. So, anyway, this technique was a bust, I would say. It looks okay, but something about it, maybe there was the black, covering up the black. Don't cover up the black. That doesn't look right to me. Maybe if we made it a darker green, it would look better. Let's give that a go. It just doesn't seem to blend. I'm not sure why people were saying to add an acrylic marker to cover the black. I guess to make it more realistic looking, but it ended up just making it look messy. So don't do that. Live and learn. Anyway, that is my very messy bush. For a first try, I would say it's not very good. So, don't do what I did. Try something else. This technique definitely, it looks more like a jungle than it does a bush. Maybe when the page is all done, I'll like it better. But for now, I don't enjoy this. So anyway, thanks for watching. And I guess bushes are more difficult than I anticipated to do on the first try. You're gonna need more practice. So watch a lot of videos and learn those skills. Thanks for watching. Bye.